Hello and welcome back to Sunless Sunday, where we sail the Sunless Sea with me, Bardon, and Lady Sakura. Okay, so I believe we're finished here on Igel. Yeah, okay, and there are no shops. Well, there are shops, but there's not really anything that I need to do because we're full up on everything. So we should leave here and get to our next destination, which I'm not sure where it is. We'll have to figure it out together. Okay, I think I'm going north. So Fathom King's Hold, Nook, Nuncio, Port Cecil, the Ragged Crow, then over to Eileen. I think that's right. Let me check something though, because if it's right, it means that we've already been to Polythreme, and we should have in our hold. Let's see, let's open this. Yeah, we've got, okay, so we've got the claim in. Yeah. Okay. So Fathom King's Hold next. Ooh, hey there. Lauren Fluke. If it was on the way home, I think I'd maybe think about fighting it. I'm still thinking about fighting it. I shouldn't be. Right, we're gonna get in here. Okay, like an iceberg. Like a bizarre master scheme, like the neat itself, most of the whole is invisible. You see only a tiny portion of sculpted coral, the rest waits below the surface. The Fathom King's bone weaves and aquaria, his pearl snares and his dining chambers. Okay. Let's get a port. The porter watches you right. She says nothing. Others who come and go. Those granted audience return dazed, awestruck. The king is not generous, but occasionally he is fair. And then trade for a white mollyflower. It looks like a fish in water and a flower in air. The Drownies recommend only one if you're going to their cousins at Dahut. Okay, well I'm gonna get one just because of that then. Sprigs and fins. Place them in water if it needs reviving. Crush it and bite it when the need arises. It is proof against seeing things that aren't there, which is the only trick they know in Dahut. A sniff and a jealous song go with the observation. Oh, now we've got two of them. Okay, we didn't need that one then, but we've got two, so we'll just keep on keeping on with that, I guess. We don't need shore leave. There are no shops, so I think we're just going to set off. Next port of call is Nook. So we get ourselves to Nook, and then basically on this voyage, Eileen is the main thing because we have to get there to do our trading. Not far out now, we're going to have to start descending soon. There we go. We don't want too far away though. Don't want to be running into crazy spider things. Okay, we're getting pushed a little like by that. Okay, there we go. Okay, the edge of Nook. Okay, we can return to Nook, good. A gap in the colossal Z monster's throat has been forced open with thick heart metal beams. They strain under the pressure but hold. As you pass through, the submarine lights pass over a message carved in a floating piece of some unfortunate hull. Beyond is Nook, beyond is freedom, beyond is the rest is scratched out. You see the measure of the place now, and you have learned that the liberal ingestion of wine before a visit increases your tolerance for Nook water. Undressing deep for adventure. Again you remove your clothes and put them safely in the watertight diving suit compartment. As the water rushes in, you're ready, taking gulps to speed the transition. It feels less like drowning now and more like baptism. You swim into Nook with skin and mind tingling, reborn in the airlock's cold steel. Okay, let's get a port report. No one here has anything to hide. Actually, no one here is hiding anything at all. Notes on Nook, a vile place. Festering acidic, no laws but those of tooth and claw, written in scars. Civilization? Impossible. Making tea would be a logistical impossibility. Yet the inhabitants seem content. Many have come here from London, the Canning, the Presbytery, abandoning cultured life for this tenuous existence. They grin, their mouths full of stolen flesh, or float naked and carefree. Many have nothing to lose. A group of swimmers dart past, hunting gleefully. One squeezes your shoulder, companionably. You've never met her before. Okay? Take from the... No, we don't do that. Let's swim downwards to the serrated abyss. Take a moment's rest. All the swimming is exhausting. Let's go down to the bilious cleft. Few Nook folk swim this deep, where the water is foggier than a London pea soup. Foul gas bubbles up from the beast's gut, acidic enough to sting your eyes. Okay, so we need more members of Nook to be able to do that. Let's search for the phosphorescent noodle. The Nook folk use them for light and guard them closely. When they do drop them, though, the nodules sink down here, glowing between the teeth. Quick scavenging. You harvest a handful of nodules. If you mean to venture deeper into the gullet, where there is only darkness and eye-burning waters, you need plenty of light. Okay, and we're going to leave now, I think, so let's swim up. And again. Okay, and then let's return to the submarine, because not much else that we're going to do here. Return to our crew. The air is uncomfortable in your throat, cold, thin. The crew murmurs as you pass. Your buttons are an irritation. You abandon the last 3. Your collar itches intolerably. You tug it loose. You are perhaps not regulation straight as you proceed to your quarters. Everything alright, my lady? The crewman asks wearily. Okay, so we get 5 extra terror. Shops wise, we could buy some fuel. Would be a terrible thing to do. Yeah, let's go full fuel. Okay, and then we're going to set off. Yeah, so it's back to the surface. And move on to the next place. Okay, so over to Nuncio next. Kind of that general direction. Okay. It's truly amazing though how much of this game is still left to be played, even though I've played for so long. I know if you had the wiki or a guide or something, or watched somebody else who knew how to do it play, you could get through it all much faster than I ever could. But still kind of I just like kind of sailing about and bumping into things rather than necessarily looking everything up. But what have we got here? The crawling stars. The lookout shouts far above. The false stars in the cavern roof are shifting, a rare and ominous event. What now? Record the change and assign a name. If the new shape seems well omened, the crew may be cheered. Who knows? The Z-Bat. Bats' luck. A gap-toothed stoker avers. All agree. Leathery but lucky. We lose 5 terror. Good, so we lost the 5 terror that we just gained. Which is kind of nice. Scuttering and chittering in the corners in the hold. Humped shapes on the deck rail. Ratsy air emboldens vermin. Let's get ourselves in there. Let's get the port report. Those who live here deserve a better justification in the eyes of the world. Generally he won't understand, but you can do your best to explain it all anyway. The theology of postal work, the pull, the scarred obedience of postmen, the attention to detail that is both petty and sacred, the anguish, the camaraderie among the sufferers, the willingness to endure visitors, even visitors who do not understand their tribulations and ask foolish, ill-informed questions. Okay. Let's do some shift work. The bell chimes above the door. The fellow manning collections looks awake for half a second when you come in until he realizes you're here to relieve him. Okay, so we give employment to his niece. We accept responsibility for an envelope of heavy green paper. Surely the sender was someone of consequence. Make a study of what goes on in the back room. We'll do this one. Manners aren't what they used to be. It is an invitation to a dinner party. How long in the past? An occasion for bishops and dons. The opening is formal, but the closing lapses into exasperation. Do please grant me the pleasure of a response this time, so that I may know whether to set your place. If you will not reply, this is positively the last time I will invite you anywhere. Another glance at the sender and recipient. Ah yes, with those two involved, this is at least saleable gossip. Okay, so we got an intriguing snippet. That's nice. We end our shift. And we'll go to the tavern for a little bit, I think. Warmer inside than it looks. Faces turn in your direction, but no one seems surprised to have a new arrival on the island. Ask to borrow a uniform. Trade war stories about your shift. You know how to fit in. Yeah, let's do that. Common ground. Parcels you weighed and entered in logbooks. The things that ooze out of them. The hostmen are delighted by your incredulity and shock. The civilian finally understanding the full horror of the post. They have stories even worse than those. Let me tell you. Hang on a moment. Postmaster Scritch. We've all heard your rugby lumps story already. There's nothing to the tomb colony Pickled. Pickled. Pickled what is what I want to know. What about that sued and copper crate and how we had to scrape the bits off the masonry? Do you remember? The night runs late. Okay, and let's go back to the dock. And I think that's pretty much where we're going to end that one. So hope you've enjoyed. Hope you're keeping safe right there. And hope to see you next time. Goodbye. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, maybe consider hitting the subscribe button there on the right, or checking out some other videos here on the left, or perhaps you might even share with some friends.